Welcome everyone to Knight's Quest. We're so glad that you are joining us here. A brand new story, brand new adventure. Knight's Quest is a role-playing, fantasy, improvised podcast where every joke we tell is canon. And that results in a lot of shenanigans. My name is Nathan. I'm one of your hosts.
My name is Jake.
I'm another. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Hold on. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect start. It couldn't be going better.
All right. You go first.
My name is Jamie. I'm also a host.
My name's Jake. I'm the third host.
There we go.
The third host.
The other one.
The three of us have been telling stories together for quite some time. And today, on this brand new podcast, we're starting a brand new story. And we're going to be telling that story using a game we made up called Knight's Quest, a role-playing game. This is a news story that you are joining with us. And we're super excited to tell that with you. And we'll explain the rules of Knight's Quest as we go along. No one likes rules up front. That's lame. We're here for a story. We're here for fantasy. We're here for adventure. We're here for jokes.
We're so excited to start a new story that we began the recording with ready and new podcast.
That's how excited we are. This is a new podcast. Buckle in, especially if you're driving. Be safe. So, let's cue the theme song. Get into some adventure. Our story begins with a wooden ship sailing away from a port into the wide, raging ocean. Upon the deck, we see two humans, both dark-skinned, dark hair, talking to each other, just enjoying their time on the deck as they're sailing away from this port that they've been visiting. The woman character, she says, "Zatar, I am so glad we're finally sailing out. We were at that port for way too long. I mean, I was just itching to get back out here on the sea. I mean, I got everything I needed. I'm all stocked up. I'm ready for some adventuring. How about you? You ready to go?"
Oh boy.
Are you stocked up and ready to go for some adventuring?
You stocked up and ready to go.
Are you adventuring?
Zatar, are you okay? You kinda zoning out on me? You're just kinda looking out at the water. You're not saying anything.
Karin, what is that?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Over the side of the ship, what is that?
Oh, you're not talking about... Oh, great. Over the side of the ship. I don't know. Let's see. There's a bird over there. There's a rock. I don't know what you're referring to specifically.
Is the sea actually raging and storming right now, or is it more chill today?
For the moment, it's chill, but it's kind of wavy.
Okay.
It's kind of choppy.
Yeah. And behind you on the deck, what is that?
Okay, we're already this bored. Okay, let's see. I spy.
Yeah,
there's the mast.
No, I'll go first. I spy with my little eye a giant empty space where something should be that I asked you to get for me when you went on shore.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this right away. Okay, listen, brother.
Yes, you're right. We should have talked about this before we raised anchor and left the port. Yes, we should have talked about this when there was a chance to fix it, but no.
Okay, fine. So maybe I decided to spend a little bit more of the money on some of the rune dust so I can, enchant our ship and our weapons, instead of buying you some froofy fruit, okay?
Froofy?
Froofy fruit.
I will have you know that sea rot is a very, very dangerous illness.
Hey, you know what else is dangerous? Getting shot by our enemies if we don't have magic on this ship, okay?
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter if we die getting shot by our enemies if we're already dead because our insides are putrefying because we're not eating any fruits and vegetables.
Wow.
Okay, you know what else is dangerous? How about all the sea monsters in the water that we also need the magic to protect us against? Did you think about that? All the tannin, all the sea monsters out there?
Oh, and you are going to deal with the tannin, are you?
Well, no, I'm not going to deal with that tannin. That's not my job. But I'm just saying the magic is a good backup to fight the sea monsters.
Okay, maybe next time we both go into town. And we all right.
Wow.
All right.
I'm just saying, why didn't you go into town? I mean, you could have done this.
Okay.
What is it, brother? Did you
I'm
want to
going
just...
to. I'm going to be the bigger one of us, and I'm going to go complain to the captain.
Oh, okay.
No.
We're not even 10 minutes away from
And then
the port.
he walks towards the captain's quarters and gives her the old
Wait,
thumb
she
on the
like,
nose.
sounds like,
And
no. Don't talk to the captain. Please listen. Okay, okay, you remember why we had to go to port in the first place. So I don't really want to, make him mad anymore after what they did last time. So let's just we won't tell the captain. I did get you some fruit. I just put it downstairs below deck. So it's just not as much. But I got you some fruit.
Why didn't you just say that at the start of the conversation?
Because I like seeing you mad. That fuels me. The fruit fuels you. Seeing my brother's anger fuels me. This is...
He looks kind of like deadpan for a second, and then like mimes strangling her, just and then
Zatar, if you weren't such an annoying brat, I would have killed you already. I'm just saying. Okay.
This is not the time for compliments.
Okay, let's go get you some fruit. Okay, let's get you. You clearly want fruit. So Kareen takes Zatar below deck. They've got a door that gets them down there.
They sure do. In a boat.
In a boat.
How big is our boat?
I was gonna say like medium-sized ship. It's not like the grandest caravel that ever.
Are we talking like a galley?
Sure.
Okay, let me share my screen with you.
Listen, you're gonna quickly learn. We chose this setting, and I know enough about boats.
This one
to get Jake. You can't show a picture of boats on a podcast.
No, he's doing it for our benefit.
But when you look at
galley,
it's like a two-masted, like low in the water kind of ship.
But it still has enough like hull room to have rooms and stuff below deck.
Yeah, it's not like a battleship, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
galley.
Yeah.
It's like a galley.
Cool.
And so she takes them down to where they store all of their food and stuff, and it's pretty well stocked. They just came from the port. It's like, okay, so I think I put it probably in the back where you wouldn't see it.
Again, why?
I don't know. Why do you always hide my stuff?
Okay, I don't always hide your stuff. I put things where they need to go. I put things where they should be. Everything has a place. So I put the thing where it's supposed to go.
Yes,
it is not my fault that you have a ridiculous way of organizing things.
There's a clatter from further back in the storeroom.
You better not have put the heavy stuff on top of the soft stuff.
Okay, first of all, no. I put the heavy stuff in the middle, okay? But more importantly, what was that noise? Maybe we got a rat problem again?
I mean, one of them could have gotten on at port. It doesn't have to be a problem. It might just be one rat.
Yeah, but you know how the rat might have eaten all of your fruit already.
Oh, yes, and then it produced asexually. What are you talking about?
Look, I'm just saying that if we have rats, then I'm going to have to deal with it. Because you know that...
There's
Jamie,
another clatter. I thought that was going to stop this conversation, but apparently not.
Nothing can stop sibling rivalry.
Blessing of the Blossoms. All right, here we go.
Yeah, at the second clatter, Zatar draws his rapier for sure. Or sorry, it's a espada. But
a what? You can't just say sword names.
Is that Spanish for a certain weapon that is escaping me at the moment?
Yeah.
What is it?
You can't just keep... So it's a rapier with a fancy...
No,
handle.
A rapier is a two-edged weapon, and a spada is a single-edged weapon.
Okay. It looks dope.
That's pretty cool.
It's this.
I don't want to start out our podcast by saying, audience, you're just going to have to take our word for it that it looks dope.
Or just Google stuff. Just know things. Be a cultured individual.
Just know all the swords.
Yeah.
How dare you listen to a fantasy podcast without knowing all the swords?
I gotta give a reference. Somebody is gonna be really jazzed about this. Somebody is gonna listen to this and be like, yo, that's a cool sword that I know about.
Anyone can listen to Knight's Quest, but it does enhance your experience if you study up on all the kinds of swords beforehand. That's all we're saying.
It's a single-edged weapon that pirates used.
Clearly, the more swords you know, the better this podcast is going to be for you, apparently.
It's a direct correlation.
Yeah. All right, it's an espada. He draws his sword. Okay? He draws his sword.
It's my favorite Spanish TV star, Eric Espada.
My favorite enemy in the Bleach anime.
Okay, all right, Zatar, you go get him. No, I mean, you drew your sword first.
My unenchanted sword that my dear sister has not enchanted for me, yes.
Listen. You couldn't handle the enchantment I put on your sword. It'd be too much for you.
He's gonna go investigate the clatter.
Yeah. I guess she's just right there. I guess she's just like... I don't imagine there's a lot of places to hide, although I could try if we want to.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do a first dice roll.
Excellent. What would I roll for hiding? Dexterity?
You're gonna roll sneaky, you dongle. Roll sneaky.
You dongle?
So, Knight's Quest uses the dice system from the Star Wars role-playing game. Basically, the better you are at something, the more good dice you roll. The harder something is, like more difficult, the more bad dice you roll. And there are symbols that correspond to successes and failures that cancel each other out, and advantages and disadvantages that cancel each other out. And you can get a mixture of all of those that... I mean, you can do more than just succeed. You can succeed with advantage or disadvantage. Creates better storytelling. So, whatever your sneaky skill is, you roll that.
It's just 3 regular greed.
We'll go difficulty 2.
Okay. Any extra stuff?
Let's just keep it simple for this first one.
Okay, I've got success. That's nice. 3 advantages, 3 disadvantages. So it's just a success.
Okay. So your character is able to hide. How do you hide in this area? What do you do?
I wasn't actually expecting this to work because it doesn't really make this introduction scene work well. She hides among the food
barrels
stocks
and crates.
Yeah. There's like barrels of mead or something.
Sure.
Just gonna like hide between the barrels.
So he jumps out like into the area where things are stored, like sword drawn.
Sword drawn, you said?
Yeah.
A pretty young-looking troll, I think just steps away from the barrel because she's terrified that someone just pulled out a deadly weapon. It's just like, I'm sorry.
Whoa!
I said I was sorry. Please don't hit me with the sword.
Well, don't give me any reason to hit you with the sword.
I will give you absolutely not. No.
Who are you? Who are you? Why are you on the ship?
Same page. I'm supposed to be here. I'm totally supposed to be on this ship. I have a ticket.
Good.
Zatar,
Can I see? No. Hold. Can I see it?
Yeah, totally. She takes out. What does she have on her? I'm gonna say
hopefully a ticket.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like I don't know what it looks like. Maybe it's like a receipt for like some.
Think we have receipts?
I don't know. I can't think of anything that would.
Bro, they had receipts in like ancient Mesopotamia. Like
no, it's a receipt now.
Like the first ever written
right.
recorded thing was a hate mail.
It's got to be a paper of some kind, right? It's got to be like maybe it's like a really shoddily drawn map.
Ooh.
And like it's got the port city on it, and just like a vague arrow pointing out into the ocean.
Did she make this like in the past couple minutes?
No. She made it to get to the port, planning to get on a ship and leave.
Okay.
That was her plan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
And she's like, yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's the ticket.
Zatar looks at it. Well, this pretty much explains everything. You know who needs this? I think the captain needs this, not me. I don't deal with tickets, so you're probably going to have to see him about this.
Zatar, who are you talking to?
The rat. Don't worry about it.
Do not talk again. You got to stop talking to the rats.
Darling sister of mine.
You know there are other people to talk to on this ship.
Karin! You need to meet this rat. It's interesting.
Okay,
hey, come. No. He sheathes the sword. Come.
Yeah. Okay. To the cat. I have no reason to be. I'm not scared to talk to the captain or anything. It's no reason.
No. Why would you be?
No, of course not. I've got my ticket.
Well, I've got your ticket. But.
You've got my ticket. You've got that covered.
Zatar leads this like yellowish, orangish skinned, brown haired. She's got pointy teeth. Not super pointy. Kind of pointy.
Let's say sunset skinned.
A little pointy.
Yeah, sunset skinned, pointy teeth.
Yeah, not so much that it
that it causes an awkward lisp that we have to do.
for the podcaster's purposes, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so Zatar leads this troll girl around from the barrels, and Karin says, "This is not a rat. That is a person.
Not.
Are you that blind already?
Not a rat. Not a rat.
Yes, thank you. I see you have met my brother. Hello. Why are you on our ship?
She has a ticket.
She has we do tickets
and
now.
He shows her the piece of paper.
She looks at the paper, which is like just very crude, right? It's just like simple.
Oh yeah. Well, it looks like it was drawn with like charcoal or something. Yeah.
And she like looks at her brother, kind of like dejected. Like what kind of?
He's grinning.
And she goes, "Ah, yes, the ticket. I forgot we started doing this. We started doing tickets because that is what we do. We give free rides to all over the sea.
It's not. I mean,
all over the raging sea. Okay. No, we gotta show this to the captain. We absolutely.
That's what I said.
He's going to be so happy that you brought this person on the ship."
He hesitates for a second.
"Oh, brother of mine, a wise, smart brother of mine, this was all your idea."
You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that.
Oh, you'll take that. He's going to take that. Oh, little troll girl, do you see that? He's going to take that. Wow. It's not like he has a different option. I'm not taking it this time.
I think, what is your name? I don't think little troll girl it doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
No, it doesn't. It's a little long of a name.
No,
How about
for
I can
sure.
start? I am Karin. This is Big Fat Stupid Man.
Zatar.
That's how you say it in Usra. Yes, Zatar. Yes.
I think she glances around, still clearly very nervous, and says, what about ticket? I like that. I like how it sounds.
Your name is Ticket?
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Works for me.
Ticket has a ticket. It's almost like the spirits chose this from the beginning. Wow.
She looks completely blank at that, like she has no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, no, let's go meet the captain. Ticket, let's go.
And Zatar gestures like a huge, like flowing gesture up towards the main deck.
Excellent.
So our squad of 3 returns to the main deck, where they see another member of crew on the deck. A kind of pale gray skinned orc is just kind of lounging. He's got a telescope out, but like he's still lounging. He's kind of like looking out, peering off where they're going, and he kind of lays back against.
He's in a scoping stance.
Yeah, his scoping. Well, it's not a very good scoping stance. He's like.
I didn't say it was a good one. I just said it was one.
It's his current scoping stance. It's his first scoping stance. His basic one. He has multiple tiers of how much he's ready to scope. Yeah, when he reaches maximum scope. Better watch out. This is level 1 scope right here.
Maximum is actually called scooping, but
no.
This is how many O's there are.
Scope.
You not only need to have a stance, you need to have more than one stance, really, to make sure you're ready for every.
Yeah. So this is beginner's scope.
This is actually what's called wasting time. This is what's called not doing the thing.
And that's what the captain calls him. Like whenever he's basic scoping, he's just wasting time. So anyway, they see this orc. He's kind of chilling. He's got little tusks. His hair is kind of parted to the side. He's got dark black hair, well built, and he's kind of lean in, back. He's like, oh, hey, Kareen, Zatar, hey, what's going on? And who's that? What? He like looks at her
through the telescope
with the scope. He's like, wow, there's a Tanine right here. There's a monster.
Yeah, Zatar. Oh, I was gonna say Zatar definitely walks up and like removes the spyglass if that's not already happening.
Oh yeah.
And he says, "Does your character have a name, or can I?"
You can go for it.
Okay.
Nice.
Core, this is Ticket.
Hello. Hey. Ahoy. Right?
And his smile widens as he's looking at Core.
Ahoy! Yeah. Okay. All right. Zatar, can we pull aside? I'm gonna side.
Sorry, take it.
Sidebar.
One moment.
Quick sidebar. Is this another? Are you trying to like do something against Kareen here? Or are you trying to like annoy her or something? Like, is this a bit? Are we doing a bit right now?
If that is what is happening, that is just icing on the cake.
So is this on purpose?
This is not my doing.
This is just kind of how it is.
I am merely transporting Ticket.
It's pretty clear we're transporting someone that's not supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the captain is going to be too thrilled about that.
Oh, no, she has a ticket. And she holds up the piece of paper.
And he like looks at it, and he inspects the crap out of this thing. He's just like looking it up and down. He's like, "But man, this ain't no ticket. This is."
And he's just,
Okay, all right, dude. If you want me to play along with this one, you're gonna need to owe me like a huge favor. Like next swab in the deck is on you. That's all I'm saying.
No, hold on. What are you talking about? You don't have to do anything. I'm already taking her to the captain. You don't. What?
That's a good point.
Man, listen, it's like super not cool for us to like have an extra person. You know we don't got food for that.
No,
we're on
No, I understand, but we're also not turning around. So like,
no, we're not. The wind is good right now. We are going forward. We've got a direction. We are like, I was scoping as you saw, and like we are in a good sitch right now. Like
so this is happening regardless. I want to be the one to.
All right, you know what, man? YOLO, whatever, bro. Like just you do it.
You know I don't understand the weird orc phrases. I don't.
You know EOLO is my spirit. Okay, that's the deity we worship.
Is that EOLO? EOLO?
Yes, with it's EOLO. OLO. That's it. That's my religion, actually.
I only live once.
Exactly.
EOLO.
It's just way more
so much
personal.
About my faith. It's a rigorous religion.
It's not necessarily meant to be shared with other people. It's really just for me.
Well, but we all only live once. What do you do with that life? Me? On the high seas, baby.
I did have a question. Do you have any... Let's say this was a job interview. Do you have any marketable skills that make you maybe useful on a ship?
Yeah, of course. I can help a lot. I'll help a lot. I can clean. Ships need to be clean. I can do that.
That's good.
I can I can hoist the if someone is willing to teach me how, I can hoist the sails.
Okay. Yep.
And
We'll stick with cleaning for now.
Cleaning is good because it needs to happen and 0 people want to do it.
Yeah.
Hoisting?
Right.
I don't know if you got the girth for a hoist.
It has to be more girth is required for that.
This conversation can happen at a later time. We don't need to brainstorm the 4 of us.
This can happen after the captain decides to not throw you overboard. I think would be a good time to talk about
when the captain decides not to throw you overboard because she has a ticket.
Can we circle back to that? You know what? No, it's fine. It's
all
fine.
In good time. All in good time.
Yeah. Of course. Not scared about that. Yeah, let's go.
And so, Core says, "All right. I was gonna do some more scoping, but this is definitely the event of the day. Not gonna miss this." Our squad now moves up towards the back of the ship, where the captain's quarters is, and this is obviously the best part of the ship, everyone's favorite part of the ship, except for when the captain's in a bad mood or when you're in trouble. Then not so much. And as they are approaching the door, they see an older elf woman exit the door. Jimmy, describe her for us.
Yeah. She's a wood elf. Let's see. I think
brown hair with maybe some gray in it.
There's some silver in there. There's some silver and gray.
So does your character have a name?
I don't have
because I would
one.
love to give it one.
Good,
you
good,
do
good,
it, Jake.
good.
You're good at that. You're good at that.
I've always pictured the hair as big, like tall, and it goes out a lot, and it's just like kind of more full and a little bit crazy than you would expect from elves, probably. And she is, I don't remember how long elves usually live, but middle age for them, so she has lived quite a bit, and she leaves the quarters, and I think she sees the group walking up, and she kind of cocks her head, and she just says, well, not the number I expected to see, but then the sea be full of surprises, ain't she? And then she laughs like way more than is necessary at something that wasn't even really a joke. I think she does a big exaggerated bow in the direction of Ticket.
You know, Saoirse, I hope the captain thinks of it that way. I really do.
Yes.
I hope the captain thinks of it as a happy surprise. The sea, you're right, the sea is full. I'm going to use that, thank you. And Jamie, that is spelled Saoirse.
I remember seeing it, and I was like, I know there's an O, I know there's an A. So
Saoirse.
Saoirse.
It's an Irish name, right?
It is indeed.
It's a really good name. I love it a lot. Yeah.
Freedom.
Oh, that's great. That's super good.
Yes, Saoirse, this is our new passenger who has a ticket, and their name is Ticket, and it's all my brother's idea.
It was not my idea to have this person on the boat. I want to make that very clear.
No. This is all your idea, and everything about it is all about you.
I don't know how an entire person could be someone's idea.
You don't need to come in with me if this is how you're going to be. I did not plan this. Okay? I want everyone to know. I want everyone to hear me say this. I did not. She can vouch for me. We've never met.
She doesn't have a voucher. She has a ticket. Okay? This is a different thing. She doesn't have that. I'm sorry.
We be arguing semantics now. Anyway,
when are we not? When are we not? It's all about semantics here.
Young Ticket. May I be the first to say, because, well, the spirits know that neither of these other two would have given ye a proper welcome. Let me be the first to say, truly, welcome aboard. And then I think she, does something ridiculous, like vaults off the railing for no reason towards the rest of the ship and just, like, exits the scene that way. Yeah.
Why is Saoirse, like, the coolest one of all of us? For real. She lives that YOLO life every day.
I'm really glad Core feels that way, because I was aiming more for, like, ridiculous, so I'm glad, yeah.
Core's got respects for Saoirse. I don't know how...
I appreciate that,
I think Karine is in her head too much, but Core's like, Saoirse, baller.
All right, so here's how we're going to do this. I'm just going to bring you in, give you a little introduction, and then you can take it away. Okay. And then he wraps his arm around her shoulder.
What do you mean, take it away?
Opens the door to the captain's quarters and walks in. And they see a low-ceilinged room. There's a large table with a map, some charts, because of course. There's a desk and like a curtain, which I can only assume there's a sleeping area behind that. And kind of brooding over the charts, fists down on the table, is a huge scaled figure. And as the doors open, it does not react to the doors opening. He just says, "What?"
Oh my god, okay.
Zatar says, yes, Captain. We have a passenger. She has a ticket. I just thought you might want to know. And he's like edging towards the table and like daintily like drops the piece of paper on the table and then runs out the door and slams it shut.
Oh no!
He ditches?
Yeah.
And I think Karine is in the room as well, and so is Core, because they wanted to see what was going to happen. And so they just got ditched.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I think Karine's like, I knew he was going to do something like this.
They can see that the head turn to kind of look at the piece of paper, and then he stands up and turns around, and he's a Draconi. A humanoid dragon race, which is freaking awesome.
That's so cool. Okay, yeah.
So he's got this kind
of
red
scales. Red, yes.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
He's got this maw full of sharp teeth, kind of like spiked fins, like a crest going over his head and down the back of his neck.
Yeah.
He's wearing like a little bit of armor on his chest, just like a studded like breastplate, just kind of held on with wraps. But other than that, he's like bare arms, bare legs, and he's just got these glistening red scales all over his body. He's got they're not quite spikes. They've got a bit more wobble to him than that, but he's got some stuff hanging down. Think like lizard, like bearded dragon type deal, but he's got some like
he's got a beard.
Yeah, he's got some
beard.
like some ornaments like clipped onto it, little gold here and there.
Definitely.
He turns around and does the whole like eyebrows raised. I think he wasn't expecting that.
Right.
And so he's looked at the ticket?
No, he already looked at the ticket, but he saw ticket.
Oh, he sees ticket now.
Yeah.
And I think Kareen says, "Yes, Captain Flynn, this is our passenger who has a ticket that they showed it to my brother, and you know him, know how he is. So we thought we should come to you, and I don't know why he left, because he really wanted to talk to you.
He holds up a hand.
Captain, you don't need to put up the hand to me. You could just. Okay, I got it. I got it.
And he walks up to Ticket and kind of has to like crouch down a little bit to get at eye level.
Totally. Oh, she's petrified. Yeah.
Yeah. And he says, "And we're transporting this passenger free of charge, is it?"
Well, I think that was part of why we wanted to
go.
Okay, fine. No, that's fine.
This is going to be a really bold move if we start out our podcast with having the youngest character die. Ticket, very visibly gulps and says, I can clean the decks. I can stock, food. I could do odd jobs to pay my way on the ship, and I can think of some other things later. I don't want to go overboard.
And he stands up, and like as he's laughing, he stands up. He says, Nay, none of us want to go overboard in the raging sea, now would we? Nay."
No.
I think Core like steps in and he's like, "Hey, Captain, I've been."
He's still looking at Ticket. He's not like looking at Core.
He says, "I have been looking for someone to help me around the ship, because I really need to focus on my studies."
Have you now?
Yeah, I've been.
And why has you not brought this to my attention that you've been needing help?
Well,
Maybe if you had help, you get paid for your wages. Split the money between the help. Is that what you mean?
No, that.
Are your talents waning, Core, that you need help?
What I meant, luscious Captain.
Yes, please tell me what you mean, Core. Be plain.
What I meant is, obviously, I've been trying to study more to be the best navigator and regional expert I can be. That's my job. But I've been kind of busy with the more menial tasks that someone else could do. And I'm thinking, Ticket here just might be the ticket.
I get it.
He kind of sighs this, like it's not an exhausted sigh, but he breathes this long breath, and there's just a little bit of fire just kind of licking the edge of his lips.
Whew.
And he says, "Ticket, is it?" Are you lucky, Ticket?
There's a moment where she clearly wasn't expecting that question. And then she says, yeah, lucky Tick, that's what they called me. That's what they, at home. I think her lying face dries up even faster than before when when this guy's standing there in front of her, and she's just like, yeah, I'll make it happen. I'll choose to be lucky.
I think he nods and he addresses Kareen and says, "This one will be needing quarters. They can have Zatars." And
Wait,
from
what?
like outside the room, and he turns, like as he's turning, he kind of waves for them to leave and goes back to like pondering the maps.
Thank you, Captain. And then I guess she heads out?
Kareen also heads out, but Bakor sticks around a little bit more, and he says, "Are you sure, Captain? I mean, we barely made it to port this time. I mean, things are not looking good for us. Do you think we can handle on another mouth?"
Yeah, without turning around, he says, "Things on this sea don't happen by chance, Core."
No, I suppose you're right. Oh, by the way, I wanted to update you on the reports. Weather's good, wind is fair, so we should be able to go really wherever you want to go, Captain. You haven't told me where we're heading, which would be nice. But wherever you want to go, we can probably make it. And also, there was a ship on the horizon, and I thought you might want to know that.
Oh.
So he slams his fist on the table.
Core. Now, there were other more pressing matters. The ship was far away. I'm sure it's definitely not.
He like strides over to the wall and like grabs this kind of gnarly looking trident off of a hook.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And just like gets ready to hurl it at Core.
I don't think Core at this point, I want to say he's been on the crew a while, that he just kind of like stands there and he's like, "Captain, you're not going to throw the trident. You don't need to throw the trident right now, okay?"
But I wanna. Yeah.
Captain Flynn, it's a good trident. You don't need to throw the trident.
It takes so long to clean.
And if you miss and it goes through the window, I mean, I don't want to go swimming for it. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he was already in the mud. I think he does throw it, but it like lands at his feet. He's like breathing heavily, and there's like flames licking out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And he says, "If I catch you out there lounging around the side of the ship, you son of a genie, get out and tell Saoirse and Zatar now."
All right, okay. Don't need to use expletives. All right.
And he like strides out behind him and pulls the trident out of the floor as he goes.
Excellent.
And he's like, I'll have to tell Kareen about the damage in the floor. She's not gonna be happy about that.
Oh man.
So they get outside, and I think it's at this point that the ship in the distance is now not so much in the distance.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And it's gotten closer. And I think the whole crew is there on the starboard side of the ship. It's the right side of the ship.
Yep, it sure is.
We're gonna have to study all our ship terms, boys.
I know
what starboard is. Okay.
Port is left because it has 4 letters.
That's also how I remember it. And starboard is starboard because it's the side that has the star on the board.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I made that up.
Oh, okay.
So in our world, all the starboard sides of the ships have little star pictures on them.
Oh, yes.
So they remember.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Yes, it's a starboard. Yes. And we'll talk about what the starboard is.
That's for navigation. It's where the star charts are for
it's
comparison.
The starboard.
That's the starboard.
Yeah, you compare to the stars.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah, so Core knows all about the starboard.
Good.
He loves the starboard. Yeah. It's his favorite part of the ship, the starboard.
Yeah, of course.
Starboard and starboard side ship, yeah. So anyway, they all go to the starboard side of the ship. And they see this ship, and it's a ship that they've all seen before, except for Ticket.
Right.
And I want to say this ship is a ridiculous color. What color should it be? I don't care.
Turquoise, bright.
It's just an obnoxious, bright turquoise color.
It doesn't blend in with the water or the sky. It's too green for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too fake of a color.
Yeah.
And the sails are...
Oh, no.
Slightly different shade of turquoise.
Gross.
So, like, it doesn't match.
Still,
it's unsettling. And there's, like, gaudy gems on the side. They're not valuable, but they just look... It's like a bedazzled ship, is what I'm picturing. Just obnoxious.
It's a bedazzled ship. I love it.
And as this, that's what everyone calls it, the bedazzled ship. And as the bedazzled ship approaches, you hear this booming voice, this magically amplified voice, and you see a figure standing up on top in the crow's nest. This kind of like an amplified position. You hear a voice go, "Well, hello! If it isn't my old rivals, yes, it is I,
no.
Splendiferous Finch. What a wonderful day that I find the crew of the..." We haven't named our crew yet, have we?
No, we don't know what our boat name is, but I have a few.
Well, we haven't named our ship, I think is what you meant.
Yeah, we haven't named the ship. We should probably name the ship.
I think we should name the ship.
This guy's line.
I have a list.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I don't have any particular ideas.
Jake, you've got a list of names?
I have a list.
Excellent,
Okay, read the list and we'll just pick.
All right.
Or should we roll?
Maybe. I have more than 20.
How many do you have?
I don't know.
Count, boy.
Also, I wanted on the record that earlier Jake said I have a list of ship names, and for a second I was all out of whack picturing the wrong thing. Then it was like, oh no, we're talking about an actual ship. Right.
I have 37.
Wow, 37. That's awesome. Okay.
Let's roll 2 d20s and add them together. And just pray for the best.
And pray that we don't get a number higher than 37.
Correct.
All right.
Okay, 26. What's number 26?
Hold on.
Better be a good one. Because we just put all our marbles on this.
That's a pretty good name, man.
Okay.
What is it?
Kaiserion.
Whoa,
Kaiserion?
With a K. Kaiserion.
What does it even mean?
I don't know.
It's beautiful. I kind of love that name.
Can you spell that so we all know how to spell this ship name?
Kaiserion.
Crew of the Kaiserion.
Wow.
It is the name of a song by a rock band that I like, but that's all I know. I don't know if it's anything. I don't think it's anything else, but it's a sick name, and that's where I got it from.
All right. Well then, I'll pick up where I left off. Well. If it is the crew of the Kaiserion, or should I say the crew of the... You're dumb.
Oh, boy.
Got him.
And from up in the crow's nest, a similar but slightly louder booming voice says,
"Ah, Splendiferous, as eloquent as always."
Well, if it isn't my old nemesis, Zatar. I see you like to do all the talking for your captain. Unlike myself, Splendiferous Finch, I am the captain, and I am the fencer as well.
You know, it is too bad you cannot afford to have both.
Okay, we do not need to afford such things on this crew when I am the best at everything.
Obviously not the best at sailing with the status of your hull, Splendiferous.
Oh, my hull is doing quite well. Have you noticed its newest bedazzlements? I've added more since last time. Yours, however, looks just as drab as always. I'm so worried that your poor captain will accidentally set it ablaze next time he gets a coughing spree.
Well, Splendiferous, if our ship catches fire, we need only sail closer to yours, as it sits so low in the water it might sink and douse us.
Oh, you have noticed that my ship is heavy laden. Yes, I am heading into that one port we haven't named yet.
No, Splendiferous can't. I mean, you know what? Fine. Splendiferous can be our fourth wall character. What do I know?
That is the name of the port. The port we haven't named yet.
The fourth wall?
No. What?
Oh. You said that is the name of the port.
The port we haven't named yet.
Oh, okay.
That's awful. That's a "we are a pirates who don't do anything" joke. No, the port's name is Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
Fine. No, just break the first rule of this podcast.
No, you're right.
Every joke is
naming it
canon.
the port we haven't named yet is much better.
Thank you, Jake. Anyway, fine, how about this? It's called the port we haven't named yet, but it's also called Trinidad.
That's what the locals call
The locals call it.
They who founded that city were low on creativity that day.
Not advance among them.
advance among them. Anyway, yes, my hull is quite heavy with wealth and goodies, but that is none of your business.
I thought mayhaps it was from all of your adornments.
Well, yes, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Young Ticket, if ye have a book or something, we may be here a while.
Tell me, Splendiferous, have you bedazzled your tannin as much as your ship? Otherwise, I do not think it will be able to make it to the surface to fight ours.
Ticket, I think her eyes light up. Whoever's closest to her, if it may be Core or maybe,
Yeah, let's do Core, yeah.
Sure. I think she just says, they have a tannin? They have a real tannin on their ship?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every good brodering captain has their own sea monster, their own tannin. I mean, that's how you survive out here. If you don't got one of those, you're gone. You're dead. Because, you only live once. And without a tannin, that's a very short amount of time.
Well, we don't. Do we have one on our... Do we have one?
And he kind of like, he gestures to Saoirse, and he's like, yeah, that's her whole shtick. She takes care of our tannin, keeps it healthy, keeps it fierce, and hopefully doesn't have to pull it out. But the way that Zatar's talking up there, you might be in for a battle of the beasts. This whole time there's been bickering going back in between the two Venslers, and Splendiferous says,
Well, I know you want to see my tannin so badly. You keep wanting to talk. You keep talking about how pretty it is. That maybe this time, instead of us just shouting at each other like we always do.
Oh no.
I think it's time for you to put the money where your beast's mouth is.
What was that?
Where your beast's mouth is. You heard me. I said it right the first time. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth and open your tannin's mouth, and I will put my mouth on it.
What could that possibly mean?
and I think you hear him shout to someone on his crew. He's like,
Get the tannin! Get it out, everybody! This is it. They've annoyed me enough. These stupid Kaiserians. I don't even know what that word means.
I think
they made it
Zatar
up.
looks at the captain and just like a hands
shrug.
up, question shrug. Captain Flynn rings a bell that's sitting just in front of the ship's wheel, and that is the signal.
Music to me ears it is. And Saoirse is gonna, I guess, go to the part of the ship where the tannin is, and I don't know what to call it.
the front of the ship.
Well, yeah, it's the bow of the ship, but it's like there's like a little area that she can kind of duck down into, and I guess summon it, bring it up from the depths.
God, that's cool.
Everyone's getting into stations, so Saoirse's going down below. Zatar's all the way up at the top. The captain's bellowing orders. I think we see Core get back into his level 1 scoping stance, just kind of chilling, and he's like, Ticket, man, I thought your arrival was going to be the highlight of today, but seeing a tannin battle, woo, man, we are in for quite a show. Thank you all for listening to Night's Quest. A big shout out to our patrons for making all this possible, especially our Triumph tier patrons, Lowell, Long May He Reign, Mike, and those dang high elves again. You can join the ranks by heading over to patreon.com/KQPodcast, where you can find access to our Discord, exclusive merch, and bonus episodes. And we'll see you all in 1 week with our next episode. And then we'll play the theme song. It's not that. It's not that.
You may be shocked by how similar it sounds, though.
Have you started writing it yet?
Only in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's just the pirates theme.
It's just they took that from me, actually. I wrote that when I was like 8 years old, and they took it, so.
Swashbucklers of the Bahamas is the name of this team.
Okay, so our
bad boys of the coastal region.
the coastal region.
Bad boys of the Bermuda Triangle. It's just like the same thing, but it's in a minor key.
Yeah. I like the
Actually
idea that this
scary.
entire podcast we try to avoid saying the words Pirates of the Caribbean, but we have to just like keep coming up with synonyms. Yeah.
Ah, yes. The sailors of the sea.
The Steelers of the Sea.
Steelers.
I like how Pirates of the Caribbean isn't even an alliteration.
No, it's
and
not.
yet
No.
we forced ourselves into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should probably move on.
The Thieves of the Warm Islands.
Okay.
It's a great blooper.